Good morning, everyone, wherever you are watching us from. This is USTV Africa, and the program today is Islam in Africa. My name is Sonecho John. I'm going to be your guide and anchor person on the program today. And my guest on the program is a face you know. It's a regular face that you know on the program. But because of those that will be watching us for the first time today, I will want to introduce her, and that is, I don't know, I prefer to call her Haja Barakati Yakub. No, I prefer the name Haja Barakati Yakub. You're welcome to the program. But again, because I love people telling the viewers their name, can you tell our viewers your name?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Barakati Yakub.
All right, you're welcome to the program. Today we are going to talk about marriage, courtship and marriage in Islam. And like I told you, she's going to be the one to do justice to the subject today. But quickly, let us take it from the periphery. If you talk about courtship, people will take it as ordinary boyfriend, girlfriend, and things like that. But from the Islamic perspective, where you say courtship, what are you talking about?
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Well, the term courtship is, we can simply say, is a period of knowing someone before you get married to them. Knowing someone, knowing the girl, the boy knowing the girl, or the girl knowing the boy before getting married to each other. Because realistically, obviously, you can't meet someone today and propose or get married to them the same day. Or meet someone in the morning and get married to them in the evening. No. So even if you meet someone in the morning and you get married to them in the evening, the period between that morning and evening is a period that is called courtship. That's the khitbah period. So that's what we mean by courtship in Islam, the period of getting to know each other.
All right, then Islamically, in the course of the courtship, because in the conventional world, if you meet a lady and you are proposing to get married to her, in some cases, you can sleep with the girl, you can have sexual intercourse and other intimacy with the girl conventionally. But from the Islamic perspective of the courtship, what are the things that are allowed in the course of courtship and what are the things that are not allowed in the course of courtship?
Well, as we always know and as we always say, Islam has come as a solution, and Islam came to kind of protect us, protect our girls, protect our women, right? So it is not allowed in Islam to have any sexual or even any kind of advances towards people's daughters before getting married. So the process is that if you see a girl that you like, Islamically, the first thing that you should do is look for her father, look for her parents, and seek permission from her dad. That, look, Al-Haji, I saw your daughter and I'm interested in marrying her. Please give me the permission to get to know her. This permission is not marrying her, it's just get to know her for the purpose of marriage. Because this is what people are afraid of. People are afraid of going to meet a girl's parents.
And that is maybe sometimes, maybe because of the intention sometimes, or
well, maybe because
what do you think could cause the fear? Because they are not afraid meeting the girl to trust her for friendship.
Exactly.
So why should they be afraid meeting the parents? Why do you think they should be afraid meeting the parents?
It is forbidden, it is haram for you to meet a girl and start courtship with having boyfriends, some of them going to romantic relationships with them. This is not allowed in Islam. Meet the father. Have the courage to meet the father and seek permission that, look, Assalamu alaikum, my name is this and this, I am from so-so family, I am interested in your daughter for the purpose of marriage. Give us the permission to get to know her. It's not, they are not giving you, it's not compulsory that if you know her, nobody is forcing you to marry her, but that permission has to be sought from her dad to get to know her. And then after the dad has, maybe you come to the father, he tells you, okay, no problem, you can go and come back. The dad must have made his investigations about you, get to know your family, your personality and all of that. After that, if her father is pleased with you, he will give you the permission to go ahead and get to know his daughter. And you can come to the house, sit in the sitting room, the parlor, and talk with the daughter. Then the father can excuse you so that you and the girl alone can get to have a conversation, get to know each other at that moment. This is what Islamic courtship allows. Islam does not allow you to, meet a girl in the school or on the street and you start talking to her. It's not allowed. If you see a girl you like, look for her father. The most you can do is to approach her, is just, please, salam alaikum, are you married? If she says no, she's not married, tell her, please, I am interested in marrying you. Can you give me your wali's number, your father's phone number?
Oh, that is the first step. Not as if I want to marry you, blah, 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 starting the negotiation
you have to know the person you are marrying. You cannot just see somebody and marry her. That's the period we are talking about. That's what we are here for, the courtship, the khitbah period.
Okay.
You have to get to know her before you marry her. So the father has to give you the permission to get to know his daughter.
So it implies that without the father's permission, you cannot go ahead to have any further discussion with her, apart from the peripheral of knowing her and her father. Apart from that, you don't have permission to discuss other things with her.
You don't have permission to discuss other things with people's daughters. It's people's daughters. You have to protect our daughters. Islam is supposed to protect the women fold.
All right. Then, in the course of the courtship, what are the things that are forbidden? What are the things that one should not do in the course of courtship?
Well, you are coming to, if the father has given you the permission to get to know her, this is the time that you are allowed to gift her. If you want to gift something, if you want to give her something, you are allowed to give her gifts. You are allowed to, within the supervision of the parents, the family, maybe the brother.
If you are going to give her a gift, the parents must be in the picture too.
No, they don't have to sit there with two people talking, having everything. No, you just have to be in a surrounding where people are around. You don't take her, don't exclude her somewhere to. If you want to gift her something, bring the gift to the house. And salam alaikum, this is what I do.
It's not as you come and meet me in Trascom.
No, you're not.
I want to give you something. You meet me in Sheraton.
This is just a stage to any responsible man who wants to marry your daughter, this is not the point to meet me in hotel meeting. No. The lady involved should know that, okay, this is hanky-panky, is up to something. This is just a period to get to know each other.
All right.
What are your likes?
Aside that, before this courtship period, in Islam, what are the process to finding the right spouse for? If you are looking out for a wife to marry, what are the things you look out for in seeking a wife to marry Islamically?
Now, there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that says, "Tunkihul mar'atu li arba li jamal." The hadith says, people marry for 4 reasons. People generally, not even Muslims. Maybe they see a girl, the girl's beauty attracts them. They marry her. Some of them, the family lineage, maybe she's the daughter of Dangote and a lot of that. Some marry for the sake of 4 reasons: beauty, wealth, personal. Help me with the other 2.
Beauty, health,
Islam,
and then iman.
The Prophet said, "Alaykum bidhati din tarabati yadak." He said, marry for the sake of her religion, so you will not regret. How many men?
So men you consider her beauty, her background, her wealth, and her faith.
No, that's not what the hadith is saying. The hadith says people generally consider these things when they are.
Okay, that is all right. That means the general criteria that people look at is either beauty, wealth, family background, or faith. But the most preferable.
The Prophet ﷺ wants the Muslims to. For alaykum bidhati, I advise you. I want you to marry for the sake of our religion. So you will not regret. Because people generally, you the Muslims, are advised strongly to choose the one that is inclined to the deen, Islam. So that's what the Prophet ﷺ is saying.
So that you shouldn't limit be married to just the beauty or the family she comes from, but her piety, her fear of God, her religious background.
A lot of Muslim men marry only for the sake of the attraction, the beauty alone, and they end up regretting, because at the long run, marriage is at the long run, they are looking for Islam, they are looking for the deen, a woman that will teach the children, good character, akhlaq, Islam, teach the children deen and all of that. So that's why if you don't listen to what the Prophet ﷺ say, you definitely regret at the long run. So you marry a woman for the sake of her religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran that فَانْكِحُوا الْأَيَّامَ مِنْكُمْ وَالصَّالِحِينَ مِنْ عِبَادِكُمْ وَإِمَائِكُمْ إِنْ يَكُونُوا فُقَرَاءَ يُغْنِهِمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. He said, marry from the single among, don't marry people's wives, so you have to make sure she's not married. The single amongst you and the pious among you. That's what I want to bring. وَالصَّالِحِينَ مِنْ عِبَادِكُمْ وَإِمَائِكُمْ. The pious amongst you. That also like kind of give more to the hadith that says marry for the sake of our religion. Allah said marry the pious.
Maybe if I'm going to take another wife now, I might be lucky to see one that is from a rich family, she's beautiful and religious.
Well, the choice is yours, but as a Muslim, you should always stand with what the Prophet says, because he's the best example.
No, I'll first of all look at the religion, then I'll be lucky that she's religious.
No, just pray that you are lucky that all your 4 wives are all religious. Because then you have, for example, if somebody is gifting you $1 million and it says you have options to gift you $1 million in 4 places, you definitely go, you don't want to go for less, right? You wouldn't want to go for less. So you would go for the deen. Imagine if you have 4, mashallah, sisters of the deen. And look, I'm not saying that those that do not have the religion don't have chance. They do. Yeah. Why? Because they have, if they are open to learning. Because nobody is an ocean of knowledge, right? If the sisters are open to learning the deen, they are also, inshallah, you marry them, you put them, enroll them in Islamia. Some men just enroll the children, they leave the wives. So enroll the women, the wives in Islamia as well, because they also have rights to learn the deen and also practice it. Because as the more they learn the deen in Islamia, the more they treat you better at home, right? The best wife is a wife that knows her rights in Islam. If she knows her rights, according to what Allah and the Prophet ﷺ say, he will treat you better at home than the one that does not know. So enroll your wives in Islamia to know more. So going back to our topic,
yes,
of courtship and the marriage.
Before we go on there fully, I want to, finish the peripheral before we go deeply into the marriage, because there are conditions and things you must be sure that you are dealing with the right person so that you don't fall victim and all of that. In all of this, I think your own family and her family have role to play. So in the course of seeking her hand in marriage, what exactly are the roles of the 2 families?
Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, marry her with the permission of her parents. So, of course, you would want to know the family of both parties. It is not bad to know the background of the man that is coming to marry your daughter. Is this not haram? You are allowed to assess him, ask about his family background. If you want to make your investigation, like some cultures, in my own culture, in Igala land, yes, if a woman wants to get married, they send some people to the village of the guy to investigate.
Because why I'm talking about this, aside all of this one, there are some cultures, culture of the people that did not disagree with Islam. It blends, it tallies with Islam. Right. For instance, like the Igala culture you are talking about, some of the reasons why they go to do this background checking, the culture of Igala agrees scientifically or with the psychology that there are some characters that are inherited in families. Like a family where they have history of criminality. Right. You can't allow your daughter to go and marry a thief, because at the end of the day, among the children, there must be one that will be a thief and like that. So the Igala people want to check your family background before giving it. So that's why I'm interested in the role of the parents in the whole of the marriage process.
Well, Islamically, the man can actually go and get married to a woman without his parents. But the woman is not allowed to marry a man without the permission of his wali, is the father especially. A woman is not allowed to marry out a daughter. For example, the mothers are not allowed to marry their daughter out. The father has to be involved. If the father is not alive, the uncle, somebody from the paternal, it has to be paternal. So a girl would be married, but the man, on the other hand, if he can get two witnesses, either they are, friends, from family, or from, this is allowed for him.
Wait a minute. If as a man I want to go and marry, I don't need the permission of my parents.
No, you don't need the permission. As if you are a man and you have belag, you're
an adult,
mature, you are get a state of maturity in Islam. You are allowed to go and marry a woman without the permission of your father. But the woman is not allowed to do that. The woman is not allowed. A woman needs the permission of her wali to get married. Either her father or the family or her paternal family, not the maternal. Like I said, the mother is not allowed to marry out her daughter without the father's permission.
All right, having got to know all this background, I'm interested. Talk to us more about courtship.
Well, courtship is...
You know why I'm saying this?
No.
So Muslims generally look at it that the courtship is un-Islamic. If you don't have to, go into courtship before you marry.
No, you don't.
So
it's not totally haram.
We should let people know that Islam, permit courtships and you can't do just because sometimes a marriage without the consent of the lady. Sometimes people do it. So you see that they will just give out a girl as a gift or as a sadaqah. They say, okay, go and marry this person without her even knowing the man she's going to marry, or they'll tell the man, okay, this is your wife, without him really knowing anything about her. And at the end of the day, you find the marriage beginning to have issue because they really don't know anything about each other and that. And then I think, again, Islamically, in the court of the courtship, you have, as a man, you have the opportunity to know her shortcoming, to know her deficiency. Even if she has disability, it is within that period she can maybe open up to you. Look, I like you are seeing me like this. Do you know that one of my leg is having issue? Do you know I have? That is the period where the likely thing that could lead to divorce in the later future. It is the course of the courtship that those things should be thrust out. Yes, because divorce in Islam is allowed, but it's one of the worst halal that Allah hates. It is permitted, but Allah hates it. Permissibility.
Well,
so talk more about the courtship so that we understand. Because if I'm coming to marry, if I'm a lady sometimes, maybe for instance, if I'm a lady and you are coming to marry me, and at a little discussion you flee up, you begin to boil, I should know that you have an anger issue. So talk to us more about courtship.
Islam doesn't really support long-term courtship. Some people are in courtship for 5 years, 10 years. Islam does not really, Islam doesn't support this. Courtship should be as short period as possible. Because I know that one thing about courtship that people do not know is the period of pretense. Nobody will show you their true character during courtship. It is after the marriage that you see the reality, my brother. There's no, look, if you and I are courting, I will not show you that I have anger issues, just like you mentioned. So the courtship,
but there are some things about you that you cannot hide.
No, but maybe,
or you can't hide for long.
No matter how long the courtship lasts, I'm telling you, women and men, human beings, we are naturally pretenders. We will not show. What about people that got married after courting for 5, 10, 15 years and they still got divorced? That's to show all those 10 years they've been pretending to each other. This is why Islam is cutting down those courtship years. If you are not ready for marriage yet, don't approach anybody's daughter. Make sure you are ready within the 4 months to 9 months maximum. Yeah, you should be ready within the scholars. The scholars say within 4 to 9 months.
Because I've seen people that have been in courtship for 3 years, all through their university year, all through their secondary, in fact, from secondary school to the university.
The way Islam simplifies marriage, we are going to get to the marriage itself, right? But the way Islam simplifies marriage, why wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months? Although we'll
6
get to
years,
that.
not even months.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But before we get to it, important something that is very, very important, and that is checking the girl or each other's history maybe mental history. One of the most important things they should check again is their health. For example, if you both of you are SS and you did not check all of these things, you went and get married.
That is the point. For instance, you just said, okay, I'm giving you my daughter as Sadaka, and the man is A, the daughter is A, and you give Sadaka
so you
to
have
AA.
to know each
They begin
other's
to produce
health
sickle cellers.
Exactly. Maybe if one party has HIV and he hid it from the other person, this marriage would be, dissolved immediately it happens. So this is a period, this is a courtship we are talking about. This is a quick period. That's where you get to tell each other that, okay, I've got these health issues. I have hepatitis, or I have HIV, or I have, if you're SS, I'm SS. These things are very important for you guys to discuss. This is not the period for you to go and be eating shawarma and all of this. This is the time to talk about vital issues. Your financial status. Are you okay with the fact that I'm earning so, Are you okay with the fact that I have, I'm SS, you're SS, and all of these are things that are vital that should be discussed during the courtship period, which is with the permission of the father. So what we are saying is, don't just go and start talking or discussing these things with people's daughters. Seek the permission of the father. If the father says no, you should leave the child alone. And one thing I want to point out in this period of courtship is that it also gives you the opportunity, it serves you, the man, as well. For example, maybe you didn't ask the father that you want to get to know his daughter for the purpose of marriage, and you keep courting her. And now that you're ready for marriage, you come and the father will say no.
Say, no, I don't like my daughter to marry into so and
exactly.
So
but if you come at the beginning of the relationship, you would have saved yourself all the stress of heartbreaks and all of that. The father will tell you there and then that no, then you go back, right?
From the onset.
Yes, because sometimes the time spent and the bonding is what causes the heartbreaks. But if it's from the beginning, you know your fate already. You sent people to talk to the dad. You tried all your best from the beginning. He didn't agree. The father had refused. Then you have not gone too far to have heartbreak yet. Okay.
All right. Then, because time is really eating us fast, and I want us to utilize the little time that we have and touch the key issues within this time frame. Yeah. Now, marriage itself, how is it arranged in Islam?
Marriage in Islam. Look, if I look at marriage in Islam, it's kind of, I wonder why people go through so much before they get married. Marriage in Islam is one of the simplest and easiest thing to be done. You don't have any reason to be in any haram relationship if you're a Muslim, because Islam has simplified and made it easier. The easiest thing I can say is marriage in Islam.
Are you kidding me?
Because people are doing haram. You're already doing this thing that you're supposed to be doing in marriage already. Why not just get it done? What does Islamic marriage entails? You're doing more than that already. You're doing more than that. Okay. Having this haram sexual relationship with people's daughters. Islam made it easy for you. What are the things that marriage entails in Islam? Very simple, basic things.
Okay.
Number one is the wali of the girl, the father. Like I said, it has to be from the paternal. They should, accept you. Number two, and one of the key things in marriage again is the mahar, the sadak, and that is between you and the daughter. She will tell you what she wants, and Islam does not have any. Islam does not say the least or the highest amount that is supposed to pay for the sadak, for the mahar money. Like we know, some people say you have to pay this and pay that, rubu dinar and all of that. No, the Islamic.
Okay. I'm waiting for you to list out the basic requirement. Now you've talked about the guardian.
You
talk about the sadak.
The sadak.
Yeah.
And the witnesses.
Yes,
and then the walima, which is optional.
Okay.
Then I'm talking about the sadak now.
Okay.
It does not have the least amount or the highest amount.
Okay. Sorry, because I am interested.
And this is why I said marriage is really easy, simple in Islam.
I'll come back there. I want the viewers to get 1 point blank clear.
Now.
One, there are 4 cardinal requirements for marriage in Islam. Mm-hmm. One, offer and acceptability. I want to marry your daughter, blah, blah, blah.
I want to marry your daughter. I give you my daughter. Daughter, are you okay? Both of you.
That is one. Secondly, the sadak.
The Sadat.
That's the dowry.
No.
Then third, the witness,
Yes, witnesses. Two witnesses
at
both sides.
most. Okay, right. Then you said the Sadat doesn't have a specific amount.
No, it doesn't have.
But in Nigeria, we say that it must be so and so amount, where you give it out and they raise it up for people to testify and all of that.
No, this
Can
is,
you throw light on that?
Yeah, this is. You know, Nigeria, we follow. I've forgotten the scholars.
Maliki?
The Malikis.
The Maliki.
He was the one that did this effort. He did a great effort, but the authentic source hadith is that marriage does not have the least or the highest amount. Like if you look at the Prophet ﷺ would tell the Sahaba that, you remember the story of the Sahaba that says he does not have anything to give as mahar for marriage.
Not even a debt, no, not even a
the
debt,
Prophet
no,
ﷺ said, go and look for, even if it's a ring, an iron ring.
Doesn't have.
The iron ring, it might cost 15 naira, it might cost
equivalent.
less than.
You say he doesn't have.
You say he doesn't have.
Yeah.
We are not. That's another big topic. We don't want to
then
go
the
into
Prophet
right now.
now said, do you know any verse of the Quran that
you can recite? Yes, but it doesn't mean that today you tell a guy to recite a verse of Quran and that's your man. No, the guy has to pay something, the mahar, which the girl accepts. Because the scholars, most of the scholars' opinion that because that incident happened recently had come out to anybody that is interested in, we can share the scholars' opinions on this matter. But the most safest one, the safest is give the girl something, give her something.
Let me get this, because this is very, very fundamental. The part of the sadaq is very important in marriage. Yeah. It means that the minimum or whatever you can give, but at least let something go from you to her. Maybe 10K, 20K,
exactly.
at least.
No, whatever she wants. If she wants $1 billion, that's what you give her. If she wants 10,000 naira, that's what you give her. The sadaq is
what she wants, yes. Not what you can afford.
No, it's what she wants actually. If you can't afford, that's why mahar, sadaq, can also be promised. It can be.
You can marry on debt, on credit.
1 minute, excuse me.
Okay. All right, viewers, while we wait for her to come on stage, I think you are having a good time and you are seriously learning from this, because it is an issue, one of the controversial issues that raised recently, and it caused almost a lot of commotion. But I'm happy that we are throwing light on it, and there's one thing I want to take note. The sadaq, the dowry you are paying is for the girl, and from what she has just told me now is that it is what she wants as her dowry that you are going to give her. Yes. And in case you cannot afford, you can give the one you have to give the balance.
Exactly. Later. You can. What you do is, your mahar is 50,000 naira. I don't have the 50,000 naira now. You give the duration when you can bring it. Give me from now to 6 months. I'll provide your 50,000 naira. This is allowed. Marriage can hold. Marriage can take place. If it makes a promise and gives the time that you provide the money, then the marriage can go on. This is how simple marriage is in Islam. So I don't see the reason why people have to go into haram relationship if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made marriage easy and simple. You know, the ways of Allah, the ways of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the only way and the best way. It's still the best way till tomorrow. You know, inshallah. So
I think if I had known that it's very simple like this, I would have taken my remaining 3 wives. I've been having one for over 20-something years, and I don't know, is this simple?
Marriage is very simple in Islam. Marriage is simple. As long as you have a house to keep her, you have a job, you have food to give her, to take care of them, of course, Islam permits you to go ahead and get married to her instead of courting her and doing haram relationship with her and having all these sins piled up. Because sins are not free. When you sin, you either burn them with repentance or you burn them with the fire of Jahannam or Yom Al-Qiyamah. So you can save yourself. This girl does not worth you entering the fire of Jahannam on the day of judgment. She doesn't worth it. You can do it the halal way, the easiest way.
Okay, having said all of this, there are some questions again. I'm inquisitive about this because it concerns everyday life. Now, in this case, how about this? If you must invite DJ Mickey Minaj, you must invite that one, you must invite Azakiru this, you must invite Azakiru that, you must buy Hollandese, buy Japanese, buy Lebanese, buy this one, buy that set of Ecola, and all of this one. What is their position in Islam? Do they have a place in Islam? What is
all
their
this
position?
does not have a place in Islam. All these 40s we mentioned, these things are not part of them. You don't have to buy all of that. You don't have to buy, call this DJ. The reception is just, the process of just kill a goat, even if it's goat that you can afford. If you cannot afford a ram or a cow, just slaughter a goat and call people to, kulu washrabu, eat and drink, just be merriment and happy, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So if you don't have money to throw big parties,
you don't have to throw any big party. And guess what? The walima is not even compulsory for you to do it anyways.
Okay, that's
you can just do. You can do your man, and the wife is yours. Any day you are ready, even if it's after 2 years, you are ready for the walima. You do it.
Okay. Once the fundamentals are met,
your wife. She's your wife.
Then the ceremony.
The ceremony
can wait until when you can afford it.
When you guys
and if you cannot afford it,
so be it. Call us. It's just a word. You don't have to call. You don't have to spend all this money. People save marriage money for 3-10 years. For what? You don't have to save. They save money for boxes, money for this, money for those are not. This is not what Allah is pleased with. Do the one that your Lord that you're returning to. Do the one that He's pleased with you with. Not the one people will be pleased with. Not the one your family will be pleased with. Do the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with.
All right. I think I have learned a lot about this. Going into the marriage fully now. What are the roles of the parties, the two parties in marriage, the man and the woman that are getting married? What are their roles in marriage?
Well, the role of a man is to provide, protect, and love your wife. Take care of her. From the day you get married, she's out of her father's control. The father will not one day wake up and say, "Hello, my daughter, come and meet me tomorrow," and she'll just go and meet her father. No, Islam does not allow this. She will only go and meet her father with the permission of her husband. The day she gets married, all of the rights is now on the husband. You don't have right to go out without your husband's permission. You don't have right to generally, the day you get married, and one thing again that Islam says about marriage, the day you get married, your Islam has been divided. You don't have part of it. After Allah has forgiven you, from the day both of you were born till now, your sins are forgiven. Wow. You don't have part of your religion. So the remaining half part, you take care of it now, going forward. So, it's a new beginning, it's a beautiful beginning. Both of you have to support each other. Like I said last time.
All right, having said all of this, viewers at home, we have about 2 minutes where you can call in to ask questions, make contributions to what we have discussed so far. While we wait for the callers from the house to call in and make contribution. In marriage, I don't want to be specific about the culture, but if you go to some places, the woman in the marriage, does she have any duty in providing food in the house?
No. The woman does not have to provide food in the house.
The duty of the man is protect and provide. Protect, provide, and love the woman. Care for her. What are the duty of the woman?
The duty of the woman is to submit, to be submissive, be supportive towards him. His conjugal right, like the intimacy right. She should.
So apart from her primary duty is to sleep with the husband and provide produce
and
children.
Produce the children, protect them, and take care of the home.
And
the Prophet ﷺ said, the best of the women are the one when you look at her, you are pleased with her. What does that mean? Keep yourself clean. Don't go dirty. Some people, when they are going out, they're looking so nice, but around the house, they just tie wrapper on their chest. This is not allowed in Islam. Your husband has to always be pleased whenever he looks at you. That is why the Prophet ﷺ said, go back to your wives. When you see any woman outside that is dressed, that is clean, go back to her. Because your wife's responsibility is to keep herself always, looking good, dressed well. And when you go out, the Prophet says she protects your properties, your home. She takes care of the house. This is the duty of the wife. Cook for him and clean the house, take care of him. Make sure before he comes back, you are ready for him. The children are well taken care of. Some women spend time on social media, movies, and they don't take care of the basic things that are at home, like cleaning the home, cleaning themselves, keeping themselves clean, and also keeping the environment, the home, clean as well. Cooking food. If you want to go to social media, go to sites where you can learn how to cook, where you can learn educational skills. Maybe you want to learn a course or all these things that will benefit you and the family, or you want to learn anything from the deen, and you cook good meals. And that's why, when you look at her, you are pleased with her. You come home, your wife is looking all beautiful, and then the food is looking really nice. This is what Prophet says. When you look at her, you are pleased with her. And when you are not around, she takes care of the home. She will not leave your properties for people to come and steal it, or for your properties. You're looking for a paper.
Maybe if you go out of the house, she goes to her own place.
Exactly, she goes out and she goes to her own place without permission. This is not allowed. And maybe you keep some document that is very important. She didn't take care of them to keep it properly for you, and you come back here. So Prophet Islam say when you are not at home, she takes care of your property. This is the righteous.
Then let me ask you extra tax that is a bit difficult, but that need to be talked about. I'm not suggesting, I'm not talking on assumption, I'm talking based on facts, personal experience, what I have witnessed. That if you go to some places, the men outrightly leave the responsibility of the family for the wife. She goes here and there, struggle here and there to bring food to the house, and the major thing that the man do is to marry more wives and leave the responsibility and care of the children for the wife. Please talk about that. Let's see on a conclusive note before we run on.
This is not allowed in Islam. And this is why I'm sorry, I love the Hausa cultures for that. The Hausas, when their wife, the general culture, maybe not all of them, but majority, because I schooled in the north, and I see how they treat their women, and mashallah, I really admire that a lot. When their wife cooks and she uses her money to cook, they make sure they pay her back her money. And this is what Islam says, right? You men also want your daughters to be married out and to be taken care of. How would you feel if your daughter is treated this way, that she has to struggle? She'll be the one that take care of giving birth to children, the pregnancy, and she'll still be the one that will go out there to source for sustenance. This is too much. At least you should do one thing. Bring the money home to take care of the wife and the kids. Islam does not permit you sitting at home and she'll be the one that will go out and bring. If she can go out and source for money, you can also do that as well. Whatever she spends at home, you have to pay her back, except the ones that she has forgiven, and she has forgiven and overlooked them. That's fine. But other than that, Islam does not permit you to just sit at home and she'll be the one taking care of the house, food and maybe accommodations, food and everything. This is the responsibility of the husband, not the woman. As you are owing her debts that you must pay back. But if not here, then on the day of judgment, you have to pay her back. This is the status of Islam.
All right, viewers at home, I think justice has been done to this, and we have learned a lot. But Hajia Barakat, I would appreciate if you use just a minute or so to do a recap of everything we've discussed so far, so that our viewers will now know what to take home from this discussion.
Like I earlier said, I advise myself and yourself to do the right thing. That girl, those side chicks, some of brothers have 3-2 girlfriend. Islam, what you're spending on these girls is more than what you would have spent to get married to them and make it halal. Make it halal. Meet their parents. ask permission. Some of them, some situations, the girls' parents already know that you are going out with this girl. Maybe they see you around, but you have not come to make it official yet. So go and make it official. Go and make entering into paradise. And I'm talking to my sisters as well. Make entering into paradise easier for your father. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, any man that trained 3 girls until marriage, Allah he'll be granted Jannah. What does that mean? You sisters, if you bring the men that likes you home and tell them meet their my father, the Prophet ﷺ said will guarantee paradise. And the Sahaba said, what about if it's 2 girls? Say, they guarantee paradise. 1, you guarantee them paradise. So if you have a daughter and you marry her off, you take care of her until the age of marriage, and she's married off as a virgin, or she's married off, the Prophet ﷺ said you guarantee Jannah for you, because it's not easy to train a girl child. So I advise that you get married, go to them. Don't be afraid of their father. If you can approach the daughter, you can approach the father as well. Don't be afraid.
If you see the girl, if it is even legal, the father will be happy.
Exactly. If you go, Alhaji, Salam Alaikum Alhaji, knock his house. Don't be afraid. Knock. Go there. Do salam. And come and hear for your daughter. I saw her in school. I saw her in the mall. I saw her on the internet, and I got your contact from her friend. You can get the father's contact from her friend, from a relay, or anybody that knows her. Or if you source around that you can't get it, then you can approach her and say, give me his number, give me your father's number. I would like to speak to him because I'm interested in you for marriage, and I would like to speak to your father to give me the permission to get to know you. You're just getting to know her for the purpose of marriage. And if the father is pleased with you, colors, you can, go ahead with your the courtship that we are talking about. Then Islam allows you to talk to her. And as you're talking to her, you are not being too strict. Like you are here for a business meeting. Hello, hi. No, this is not the kind of conversation. Islam is not too strict on that.
Okay.
And you are not too soft as well. You are not flirty. No, you are not that. You should be what? In between, baina. Talk, Assalamu alaikum. Mashallah, I would like to, normal. You're not too high there, you're not too down there. You just have to be in between in having the conversation to get to know each other. And the courtship, this is what we call the period of khitbah, the period of courtship, the period of getting to know each other for the purpose of halal, for the purpose of marriage, for the purpose of the pleasure of your Lord. You're a Muslim. You want to do everything you can to please your Lord because you're returning back to Him. And these are the steps, and these are the roads that Islam has permitted you to do that within the frame of halal, the frame of Islam. And inshallah, there will be, if it's good for you, and inshallah will be best.
All right. We thank you very much for your time and this deep education and enlightenment. We have learned a lot from this, and viewers here will want us to draw the curtain on the program. We hope to see you again on another interesting edition of this program. Until that time, my name is One Chojon, and my guest on the program is Hajja Barakat Yakub.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right, see you again on the same program, same time next week. Thank you very much for being with us.